Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. Today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the best binds that I would recommend for you guys who are maybe switching to keyboard and mouse. And as well, I know a lot of you guys are still talking about legacy coming out of the game. It's been a huge topic as of the past couple days, and so a lot of you guys might even be wanting to switch to keyboard and mouse because maybe you're just fed up with Epic just nerfing controller, the amount of bugs that you have on controller, all that kind of stuff. I completely get it. So I want to give you guys, I guess, an updated video on some really good settings to try out, some of my recommendations, and also some other things that I've seen from other players as well. So if you guys are looking for some new binds or maybe switching to keyboard and mouse, this is definitely the video for you. And real quick before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks every single week. And if you guys want to be a part of this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And lastly, comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so I want to be going over the best binds to use here in Fortnite, and one thing to keep in mind is when I was looking at all the pros, looking at the friends that I talked to and the binds that I have, pretty much everyone uses different binds in some sort of way. And if my binds don't work for you, I'm just giving suggestions. So obviously I'm giving you what you may use and what a lot of people do use, so just take it with a grain of salt. And also it really depends too, because everyone has different size hands, so some binds are a little bit easier than others. And for myself, I do have relatively small hands, and just so you guys are aware, I am rocking a 14 incher. So if any of you guys comment in the comments down below if you got small hands type of jokes, just so you guys know, I'm rocking a 14 incher, and I'll clear the record if I need to. But anyways, guys, I obviously have sprint by default. If you're not using sprint by default now in this season, I have no idea what you guys are doing. So definitely throw that on, or maybe if you guys are brand new to the game, throw on sprint by default. And so these are just kind of common binds, you know, WASD, spacebar, this and that. Auto run, you can put on whatever you want. I just put it on 4, something that I can reach that isn't too far, but not really in the way of everything else. My crouch button is going to be caps lock, so that's just an easy press, because I think when you rest your fingers, your pinky finger is going to be on that shift button. So caps, it's just as simple, you know, you move up a little bit and you click it. Very, very easy. Reload, I have G, and for reload, it's something you want to have on like the middle to right side of your keyboard, because reloading is something that you do quite a bit, but also at the same time, it's not one of the most essential binds like editing, building, and maybe your weapon slots. And so the use, I do have X, which on my previous binds I did use C. So X and C for me, I think, is very, very easy to press. All you do is click down with your pointer finger, and you're able to click those buttons very simply. So I do like having X for my use. And for my harvesting tool, I had tab on my old binds. I did have it on my mouse. And for those guys who are just switching binds, I do have 2 buttons on my mouse. I know some mouses have like 20 buttons. I have 2. I think a lot of them have 2 or either 4. And if you guys don't have a mouse currently with buttons on the side, you definitely have to get one. And if you're really looking for some suggestions, I would say probably look at some other videos, because I don't have like a top 5 list. I would just look at a lot of mouses that are good. I mean, you can find a good mouse maybe used in the price range of like $50. You can find a pretty good mouse in that range, so not really crazy expensive, but you definitely, once you pick up a mouse that has keybinds. And so harvesting tool, I had tab. And so going into my weapon slots, these are really, really important. My first weapon slot is I scroll the mouse wheel down. The first slot is going to be my shotgun. So to pull it out, all I do is flick down on the mouse and it pulls out my shotgun every time. I really do like that. It's super easy to do and it's super comfortable. You pretty much always have your shotgun on you at all times. Weapon slot 2, this is going to be my SMG, and my SMG is on the C key. This is something that I was right down below, pretty much right below your right movement key. So super easy and super accessible to press. So I've scroll wheel down for my shotgun. C is going to be my SMG. Weapons slot 3 and 4, these are going to be my heals. So if I have minis, big pots, whatever the case may be, these are going to be my slots for that. Maybe bandage bazooka, and that's going to be T and Z. And then my weapon slot 5 is going to be V. V is going to be my assault rifle. And so going into my building binds, of course, my crouch button again is going to be caps lock. And for the wall, I've seen 3 major binds. I've seen either F, I've seen E, and I've seen Q. Those are the 3 major binds for wall. And so I've seen a lot of people use Q, so if you don't like E, you can definitely try that out. And for my floor, I have left shift. That's right where my pinky rests, so I can press that at all times. Stair is going to be on the bottom button on my mouse, and it's super easy to press. I just click it and it immediately pulls out my stairs, and then my roof is still at R. So these are my building binds. Building binds is one of the things that when I looked across the pros, pretty much everyone uses something a little bit different in some sort of way. A lot of people that I've seen have both binds or at least two of their building binds on their mouse. So if you don't like floor on left shift, you can easily put that on your top button on your mouse. Or same thing with roof. If you'd rather have that on your mouse, you can do so. And that's really important why you need to have keybinds on your mouse, because in case you really don't like a certain bind, you want something on there, you can just easily do that other than having some really uncomfortable or far to reach bind. So these are my binds for building. Like I said, a lot of people try a ton of different things. These are just what I have. And if you guys like them, if you guys don't, definitely, I would definitely check out other videos if these don't feel comfortable. But these feel pretty good to me. And of course, that is just my subjective opinion. But these are the buns that I have for building. And so my trap, I have 3. And of course, traps aren't in the game anymore, but these would be my launch pads. And you really don't need something that's too far off. I've seen people use something like T. I've seen people use H or G. I just have mine as 3. You just click up and you can place the launch pad. And then repair building, yeah, whatever you want. Rotate building, I just have it at J because I literally don't even rotate my building, so there's no reason to even, I don't even have it binded because I literally just don't even rotate my builds. So you can have that on whatever, change building material, whatever. Building edit, that's something really important. I have mine as F. The two big ones that I've seen pretty much everyone uses either F or E. So I had wall on this, so for these binds I had wall on E, but if you guys like editing on E instead, you can have your editing as E and then your wall as F. But F is probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular bind for building editing. So either F or E is going to be the go-to for building editing. And of course, you want to have scroll wheel reset, so you want to have a secondary bind where you have scroll wheel up, and then the reset building edit, you want to have scroll wheel up again. That way you can have scroll wheel reset, so when you're just looking at a building and you want to reset it, you just flick up on your mouse, and it's extremely overpowered and extremely unfair. So here it is. And most of you guys already probably know what this is, but it's so... The amount of times I've gone against keyboard and mouse players in my game that just spam this over and over again, it is so frustrating and so unfair. The resetting is extremely quick. All you do is just flick up on your scroll wheel, and it automatically resets. And that's one thing I've been asking on a controller, is have like a reset on confirm, so after you hold the reset it automatically confirms instead of having to hit like 10 different buttons. But on keyboard and mouse you do have the luxury of just having to flick up on your scroll wheel and the entire thing will just reset on its own, which is extremely overpowered. If you guys aren't currently using it, then you guys definitely have to. It's super easy to do. You just go into your binds for your building edit, then you have a scroll wheel up, and then on your reset you have a scroll wheel up as well, and that's all you have to do to have scroll wheel reset. As you can see, I have 2 binds there for building edit and also building reset. So that's pretty much all the binds. Of course, you can go down into the communication. I just click on my mouse I guess if I want to ping a location. If I see an enemy in the distance like 200 meters out, I can mark them very easily. All I do is click the middle mouse button and I'll be able to do that. And then for whatever else binds in the game, you can have whatever for your emote. Whatever feels, whatever you want to do. Your chat, you have push to talk, you have this and that. But yeah, like I said, the rest of the binds really are just what you like, personal preference. And the main binds are really like the building editing and like the guns, this and that. Those are really the main binds that a lot of people are looking at and trying to find. And well, I guess the last 2 binds, I have the toggle map. I just have it as M, which is like the default. Not really that big of a deal. And then to pull out my inventory, I click 5, just a button on my numbers. And I've seen a lot of people with their guns and also with different binds. I've seen a lot of different binds on their numbers. But like for myself, since I did say I had small hands, reaching the numbers can be a little bit more difficult for me than sometimes other players. So that's why I do have the binds that I do. So if you guys feel really comfortable about reaching up and clicking the numbers, maybe you can stretch out and press Y. Because I think I saw Mr. Savage, he was using, I believe it was Y for edit. I'm like, how? I don't even know how that's even possible. My fingers could not reach that far for an edit key, especially something like that would press so often. There's no possible way I can do it. But those are going to be my binds. This is something I would recommend. And also, if my binds don't work for you, feel free to go look at other people's binds as well. Maybe look at some other pros. You have people like, Mr. Savage, Mongrel, people like his binds. You have Cypher. You have a lot of other people's binds that you can try out as well. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if this video you guys found helpful, make sure you guys do drop a like, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.